Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. Hey friends, I have a project share to bring you today. I'm going to talk about this card, but before I go into that, I want to say that this calls for confetti. We are having an inspiration hop over on Instagram, and this is the project that I'm sharing over there. But I wanted to walk you through the project, the products that I've used, how I made it, that kind of thing. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. So this is a mix of some newer products as well as some older products. And I have to say, I love, love, love the way that everything works together within this Calls for Confetti's range. Now, as the range gets bigger and bigger, that may not be the case. But for right now, everything works so well together. And I just love the fact that I can pull from something from last year or earlier this year or whatever the case may be. And it coordinates so well with what I'm using now that it was just released. So let's talk about the previously released items that I'm using. We'll set the new stuff over here. For the actual confetti, I'm using Sparkle All the Way, which is my favorite. Like, I love the blends, but there's just something about these individual confettis with just the different sizes. I love them. And I love to create my own blends. And then I have the Sparkle Gems. Now these are the ice, and you'll see, excuse me, you'll see that they just reflect the light. There's no color. There is one called Diamond, and it reflects color as well. So, but these two are two of my absolute favorites, and I love to pair them together. Now on this card, I also have the white glossy snowflakes. And why do I not have them out? Let me see. Here they are. The white glossy snowflakes. So you can see how the way the light even shines off of these because of that glossy finish. So yeah, these three, fantastic. And then I have this stencil set. This is called Forest Landscape, and this was released with the Bigfoot release. And it is a 4-piece stencil set, and it has the scene, the stencil scene, the tree scene, and then it has several individual trees. So it has these two. And then it has these two. And then it has this. And you can set it up just to be kind of a reveal. You can do landscape or portrait. And one thing that I want to say is that this one doesn't have the etching, but this one has the etching. The one with the scene has the etching for the A2 card. So I really love that. I used the scene one in my card. And then to coordinate with that, I used the Forest Landscape Silhouette add-ons. So I used both of these. I did not use the grass, but I cut out several of each of those. I think maybe 2 of each, maybe 3. I'm not really even sure at this point, but definitely a couple of those. And I just used white cardstock, and then I ink blended the trees to coordinate with the scene. And then to create my background layer, we're not going to talk about this yet. We're going to come over here to the layering dies. Now I keep them stored in the same pack just because they were released together and they coordinate together. And you can see how this happy die is the same as the happy stamp that we'll get to in just a minute. So I love that it has all these different layering rectangle dies. And then it goes from these that you would use for like layering pieces to these smaller ones that even fit an ATC or fit a sentiment. And then this does die cut the word happy, and then it also has the frame. So very versatile set. I love this set. I use it on almost every card I make for them. I really do. Just let me slide that back in here. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do typically just store my stuff in the acetate packs that they come in. Now, when the acetate breaks, I tape it up for a little while, but You know, ultimately things are going to have to go in different containers because the acetate's only so strong. But that's just how I do it. And when things are released together like this and they coordinate, this is exactly how I do it. So for my card, I used this happy, and then I used the holidays, and I stamped it through that opening there. And I love that little piece. I think that is so unique, and it's just a very special feature on these. And of course, this comes with Valentine's Day, thoughts, New Year's, gotcha day, days ahead, 4th of July, Halloween, holidays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, birthday, anniversary. So this Happy Sentiments stamp set covers a lot of different holidays. So again, very versatile, right? And you can have it with the happy being full, or you can have it with the happy and the gap, and you can put your words in there. Or if you stamp these out separately and put them on maybe a sentiment strip, then you can put that part wherever you want. But those are the 3 products that I used that were older in the stash. Now this layering die set, or layer it die set, is what I used to create the frame for the actual scene piece of my card. I did not use the tags or the smaller die on this card, but I have used them for some other shares that I've already shared, or some other projects that I've already shared this year. But you can see I've used it several times. I have pieces just waiting to be used, but I used this one, and then this actually was layered on top of the largest of those. And then we're going to jump over to the paper pad, and we'll look at the ephemera last. Now I have used several sheets of the paper pad, and I've already been in it so many times that it's falling apart. But yeah, so we're just going to do a flip through. And I know that I did this already, so I'm not going to belabor it, but I just want you guys, in case you haven't seen that other video, I want you to be able to see all of these. I'm not much of a toss pattern kind of girl, but I really like these. And they are like a semi-gloss. It's kind of a matte finish, but it has a glossy feel, but it doesn't have that glossy look. I know a lot of people don't like gloss on their pattern paper. I don't mind it. I think it all has its place. They're so stinking cute, and I think we are back to the beginning. And you can obviously slow that down if you want to see them closer, or I even have a new release video out, and This Calls for Confetti has a new release video out as well. Now Lisa does her own new release videos over on her channel on This Calls for Confetti, and she's very thorough, and I love that when she does her videos, you get the designer's thought process behind everything that she designs and releases each month. So let me pull out the ephemera. Again, I don't want to belabor this because I've already shown them, but I just kind of want to review for those of you who may not have seen them. So here's a letter to Santa. I can explain. There's a typewriter. There's a sleigh. That's actually what I used on my card. There's some brown envelope letters, and there's some white envelope letters. There's naughty and nice stamps, which I think are adorable. There's the Let It Snow, kind of in blocks, or you could think of those as packages. There's 2 of those. There's 2 of the bigger cocoa cups in the red and the smaller cocoa cups in the pink. And then there's a pink package and a brown package. And then there's 2 letter parcels, or bundles, if you will. There's a red package. There's a stack of packages. That one is the darker option. This one is the lighter option. And really the only difference is the bottom package. This one is a white package. That one's green. Love the Letters to Santa mailbox, the North Pole Express. I think that's so fun. And then we have this little guy. I've used him on another card as well. The postage stamp. So cute. And that is all of the ephemera. So I have used several of them on different cards. But now we're going to talk about the actual card itself. So you can see in the background, I actually used this pattern. I just wanted the kind of pinky red to pop out from behind. and I love it. That's where I use the, what are they called? The happy layering die. That's what I cut out this particular layer. Now this layer was with the postage die from here. So you can see that. And then here is where I ink blended. And then these are my trees. I actually have 2 of each. And then of course I put my sleigh on some foam tape as well. And I did some splatter on the background. And then I added the confetti, and then I stamped the happy holidays. It's a very simple card, y'all. And you can see some of the confetti just reflects reflects the light like glass. But also snowflakes aren't the same, right? Sometimes you get sleety balls of snow. Sometimes you get nice fluffy snowflakes. And I just layered them all up. Plus I've got the white. And I did that with this. This is, it says Create Happiness by Vicky Papiano for Stamperia. It's contour. It's not quite a paste. It's not quite a cream. I don't really know what they're calling it. It just says contour liner. Thick water-based paint applicable to a wide variety of surfaces. So it's paint. But I squirt some out, and then I just put a little bit of water in it, and I flick it, and I love the way it works, and it's just so pretty. Now on the inside, because I did a black card base, which I thought just set off all that beautiful Christmas color, I used I think it was the 3rd largest of the Happy Layers dies. And I die cut this white panel. I added a piece of the scrap from the pattern paper and 1 more piece of ephemera, and I think that just brought it all together. I don't often do the inside of the cards, but I love the way that looks. And that is my project share for today for this Calls for Confetti. I will link over to Instagram so you can start at my account, and all of the details are there in terms of getting registered or entered for the prizes. But you got to make sure that you read all those details, and then you hop along to each one of the projects that are being shared. Follow the directions. Make sure that you do everything just right so that you are eligible to win, because this does not stay open for very long, so you don't want to waste time. So get on over there, see what's going on, find some beautiful holiday inspiration. And until next time, guys, I thank you for spending this time with me. This is Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Mwah. And I'm out.